What's up, everyone? Today we're counting down the top 10 weirdest cars ever made. These are the strangest, most unconventional rides to ever hit the road. Some were ahead of their time, some were just straight up bizarre, and some, well, let's just say they had no business being made. Let's jump right in. Kicking off our list is the Subaru 360, the first ever car from Subaru. And man, this thing was tiny. It had a 360cc engine making just 16 horsepower. That's less than most lawnmowers today. But the real problem? Safety. The US government literally declared it unacceptable for road use. It was nicknamed the Ladybug. But trust me, this thing couldn't survive a strong breeze, let alone a crash. Next up, we have the Tata Nano, also known as the cheapest car in the world. Launched in India for just $2,000, it was meant to be an affordable car for the masses. But here's the issue, it was too cheap. No airbags, no power steering, barely any safety features, and then some of them started catching fire. Yeah, not the best way to convince people to buy one. This one is for all the snail lovers out there. The Nissan S-Cargo was a tiny delivery van designed to look like, well, a snail. And Nissan wasn't even subtle about it. The name S-Cargo is literally a pun on escargot, the French word for snail. It was slow, weird-looking, and completely impractical. Unless you were running a really specific type of business, this car just didn't make sense. Now, if you've ever wanted to drive a fighter jet cockpit on wheels, the Messerschmitt KR200 was for you. This German microcar was designed by an airplane company and looked like it belonged in the sky more than on the road. It had handlebars instead of a steering wheel, a bubble canopy, and get this, you had to restart the engine backwards if you wanted to reverse. Yeah, not exactly user-friendly. At number 6, we've got the Pontiac Aztek, aka the car that was so ugly, it became a meme. If you've seen Breaking Bad, you already know this one. This SUV was packed with cool features, a built-in tent, a cooler, fold-flat seats. But the problem? It was hideous. People just couldn't get past the weird, blocky design. If it looked even slightly better, it might have been a game-changer. Ever wanted a car that's also a boat? The Amphicar Model 770 could drive on land and float in water. Sounds amazing, right? Well, not exactly. It was slow on land, slow in water, and, oh yeah, it leaked. Pretty important for something that's supposed to float, don't you think? Alright, we've all seen this one in Top Gear. The Reliant Robin is the car that just refuses to stay upright. This British three-wheeler was technically a car, but with only one wheel in the front, it had some serious stability issues. Turning a corner in this thing was basically a gamble. If you didn't get the angle just right, you were on your side. Not exactly what you want in a daily driver. Now let's go way back to 1936 with the Stout Scarab, basically the world's first minivan. This thing was designed to be a luxury lounge on wheels, with a long, rounded body and movable seats inside. But here's the catch, it looked so weird. It was shaped like a giant beetle, and with only 9 ever built, it's now one of the rarest cars in history. Definitely ahead of its time, but also pretty bizarre. The BMW Isetta is probably one of the strangest looking cars ever made. It's a bubble car, but the weirdest part? The entire front of the car is the door. That's right, you enter and exit through the front. Now imagine parking too close to a wall. Yep, you're trapped. Not the most practical design choice. And at number 1, the Peel P50, officially the smallest production car in the world. This thing is 54 inches long and 39 inches wide. Basically, you could park it inside your house. It had just one headlight, one windshield wiper, and no reverse gear. If you wanted to back up, you had to get out and drag it around by hand. Talk about the ultimate microcar. So there you have it, the top 10 weirdest cars ever made. Which one do you think is the strangest? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss more crazy car content. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.